It is June 21st, 2019. I'm back with another MLB daily review. Yesterday ended up destroying the card like I have been lately. The client plays have been killing it. You want to get a hold of me this weekend? I'm actually going to do the next 10 days, 702 715 2019. I'm going to do the next 10 days for $150. PayPal, Venmo, Cash App, Visa, MasterCard, any way you want to pay, $150. Get a hold of me, 702 715 2019. Client plays yesterday, ended up killing it as usual. I'm on fire on the client plays. You just got to get a hold of me if you want those picks. The free play yesterday ended up winning, had the Mariners. The 2-14 stat that I mentioned, the Mariners after a win, they usually don't win the next game. They're 2-14 their last 16 when that happens, but they ended up winning yesterday. I knew they would. And the Mariners get the job done, and I'm 4-2 on the social media play of the day. If you want that social media play of the day, check out my YouTube channel. Subscribe, hit the like button. Getting a ton of more views. Been giving out this podcast every single day to all the. We've been text blasting like crazy. We'll be text blasting all day today, trying to get you guys on the card. And let's start off real quick. Miami at Philadelphia. Philadelphia minus 250 over under 8. I'm going to skip that one. San Diego at Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh minus 115 over under 9.5. Lauer, Musgrove. And this game's pretty much looking like an over game to me. But Padres 4-0 in Lauer's last 4 starts on 5 days of rest. He is 0-4 his last 4 starts after scoring 5 runs or more in their previous game for the Padres. And you look at Pirates, 2-9 their last 11 versus a left-handed starter, 2-10 their last 12 during Game 1 of a series, 1-8 their last 9 following a win, 1-4 in Musgrove's last 5 starts. He's 0-5 his last 5 starts during Game 1 of a series. This guy has over written all over it. Over's 4-1 their last 5 meetings in Pittsburgh, and the Padres are 1-4 their last 5 meetings in Pittsburgh. We're gonna probably most likely lean the over. It was 8.5. It's up to 9.5. I understand why. I'm gonna say Pittsburgh and over in that one. But if I was to bet it, I would probably most likely go at Pittsburgh minus 115. Houston at Yankees. As I said, I would not get in front of the Yankees right now. They're one of the best teams, the hottest teams in baseball, and I believe that they're going to win again tonight. Peacock on the road at Paxton. The Yankees minus 160 over under 9.5. Don't need any trends for that one. The Yankees is the play. Just keep betting the Yankees until they lose. Atlanta at Washington. Washington minus 149 over under 9. Dallas Keuchel's back from the Astros. They got rid of him. He was a fucking joke, a clown. Now he's back pitching for the Braves, and he got rocked in Double-A not too long ago, but he's making an appearance tonight. He's against Strasburg in Washington. Washington minus 149 over under 9. Honestly, the pick, I would go Washington first 5 money line in that one. Toronto at Boston. Boston minus 320 over under 8.5. Thornton against KRIS Sale. I mean, is KRIS Sale the most obvious play tonight? Probably. I would probably go run line or minus 2.5 if you can get it. Boston should destroy the Blue Jays tonight. I can see like 8-1 final or some bullshit like that. Maybe I'll call a perfect game for KRIS Sale tonight. Maybe I'll call a no-hitter. It could happen. The Blue Jays are that bad. Detroit at Cleveland. Cleveland minus 190 over under 7.5. Boyd versus Bauer. This is an obvious play. Obvious Cleveland Indians play here. If you want to parlay the Indians with the Red Sox, with the Yankees, with the Phillies, I mean, you can do whatever you want. 2-teamers, 3-teamers, 4-teamers, round robins. The Cleveland Indians should get the job done tonight. Bauer minus 1.5 run line. All that should happen. White Sox at Texas Rangers. Rangers minus 140 over under 11.5. Lopez against Gerardo. And I believe this game will go over 11.5. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. Texas maybe wins 9-6, something like that. I'd recommend Texas and over in that one. Cincinnati at Milwaukee. Milwaukee minus 120 over under 8.5. Sonny Gray, Chase Anderson. I don't understand this line. The Reds' Sonny Gray's not that great, honestly. And the Reds on the road are not that great. I know they got a win yesterday. The Brewers' Chase Anderson, decent pitcher. They're at home. They're in a slump, though. That's probably the reason why the line's only minus 120. But honestly, I would take the Brewers tonight minus the 120. Angels at St. Louis Cardinals. Cardinals minus 105, over under 9.5. Canning and Waka. If you listen to the social media play of the day, you'll find out exactly who I'm going with in that one. That's your free play. I'm 4-2 my last 6 on the free plays, going for 5-2 since I started. All for free. Minnesota at Kansas City. Minnesota minus 166, over under 10.5. Perez and Jonas. And we all know Jonas is a joke. Perez is kind of a joke also. I'm not really into this Twins team, especially on the road. I think they've won way too many games this year so far. They're 48-26. They've just been doing way better than they should. Royals got them yesterday. Royals might get them today. I'm staying away. San Francisco at Arizona. The Diamondbacks are very terrible. I know they're 38-38, but this team is just a joke. Arizona minus 135, over under 10. But they're playing an even bigger joke, the San Francisco Giants. Samardzija and Clark. I really don't have an opinion on that game. The Diamondbacks should bounce back with a win in this game. They're 14-19 at home. They need to start winning some home games. Samardzija's not a good pitcher, especially on the road. The Giants are just not a good team. I think they just got swept against the Dodgers. Tampa Bay at Oakland. You got Kittredge versus Anderson. Rays minus 120, over under 9. Has anybody ever heard of this guy? He's pitched 1 inning. His ERA is 5.40. He's a reliever. Okay, that's why. So yeah, the Rays like to do that. I really don't have an opinion on this game. Most likely, I'd probably take the Oakland A's plus 105 or whatever they are. Baltimore at Seattle. No listed pitcher for Baltimore. Seattle minus 135, over under 9. Mike Leake's pitching. I'm not a fan of Mike Leake, but I'm a fan of anybody that's playing Baltimore at home, honestly. Baltimore is a very terrible team, especially on the road, 12-26. Seattle's been struggling lately, but they've won 2 in a row that I'm aware of because I've had them the last 2 days. I would say Seattle minus 135, they'll get the job done. Colorado at Dodgers. Marquez versus Buehler. Dodgers minus 200, over under 7. The Dodgers, you can't jump in front of the Dodgers right now. They're playing really good baseball. Am I confident about this minus 200 or minus 1.5 on the run line? No, because the Colorado Rockies are playing some good baseball right now. And that's why I'm staying away from that game. So that's it. There you go. You got some free picks. You got some free leans. If you want my client plays, you just got to get a hold of me. 702-715-2019. The number one gun, the living legend, the GOAT. And this is not me saying it. Vegas knows me, knows KRIS BARR as the number one sports handicapper on the planet, the GOAT. They call me the GOAT, the greatest of all time, because I have won more future plays than anybody in this world. I've cashed in for over $100,000 on future plays. Everybody in this industry knows who I am. Either you like me or you don't like me. Most people don't like me in this industry because I am a guy that says what's on my mind, and I don't like other handicappers. I don't have a problem with any other handicappers. It's just a big-time joke when I hear all these guys like Vegas Dave and other idiots that can't win games consistently. And Vegas Dave has given out 20 parlays in one day and all this, and it's just unbelievable. These guys are paying Vegas Dave for picks, and he's given out 20 parlays in one day or whatever, 10 parlays in one day. I don't understand it. These other guys giving out both sides. Any handicappers in Las Vegas, most of them give out both sides if they're not documented. If your handicapper's not documented, then they ain't worth a shit, okay? You got to be documented like I have been. I give out picks. I'm on here giving out free leans. You won't get this from anywhere else on YouTube. You won't get this well, you'll get it, but you won't get the quality wins that I win. There's nobody at SBR can win more games like this. Those guys are fucking clowns. I'll be honest. Those guys are clowns. I have no issues with nobody, but those guys are the serious biggest clowns. Jeff Nadeau, King Rail, I don't even remember their name. Ian Cameron, Donnie Rightside. Those guys are the biggest clowns in the industry. The SBR sports picks, those guys are clowns. But I have no issues with them. Kelly in Vegas, Marco D'Angelo, the guys at Wager Talk, they don't know shit either. But I have no issues with any of them. I'm just letting you know who to stay away from. Don't throw your money at these people. They have no idea what they're doing, and that's the honest truth. And I would say another name, but I don't want to get stalked. The guy's been stalking me for 6 years now, You guys, I'm sure, know exactly who I'm talking about. If you've been following me for a long time, I have a stalker, and he's very obsessed, and he's still stalking me. So I won't say his name because he's a scumbag and a loser, and he gives out both sides. But most of you will know who I'm talking about. 702-715-2019. There's nobody in this industry that wins more games. I'll do this weekend for $75 for the next 3 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or the next 10 days for $150. Get a hold of me.